on some fun little music.
Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think.
Welcome to today's stream, everyone.
Flexibility, love, and trust.
I'm just doing some warm-ups right now.
That might alarm you. What someone said.
Oh, it's just you now. The others have gone.
Oh, people left. I'm sad. That's okay.
All by myself. Don't wanna be.
Well, I think geez, if I'm gonna start doing like this whole streaming thing, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to be like more engaging with the audience. Hi everyone, this is my friend Steven. Steven, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Captain Legrano of the British Navy. No, I shouldn't impersonate the Navy. They do some good in the world, apparently.
I mean, I guess in Lord of the Flies they broke that up, so I guess that's good.
Lord of the Flies?
Did you never read Lord of the Flies?
Oh, damn straight I've read Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, it was the British Navy that found them after, you know, they like killed each other.
Well, yeah, because it's the people sailing.
Yeah.
And it was written by a British person. Now to very carefully distract this cowboy-looking fellow.
Oh, are you playing Red Dead?
Nah.
No?
The guy in the tutorial who is meeting with the assassination target is dressed like a cowboy.
What game are you playing?
Very rich old white man.
Oh, right, that's right. You're playing Payday. I forgot.
Hitman.
Hitman. That, yes. Sorry, I don't know these
It's
games.
been like a minute.
Yeah, now you
Who
know.
noticed? Oh, there's people on the boat looking. What?
Well, now you know that I have the attention span of a literal sparrow.
You have. Oh, that's the nickname for the guy that I need to kill. He's called the Sparrow. He's a hustler or an identity thief or something. He basically looks like Kanye West.
Yeah.
Which makes him all the more enjoyable to kill. A new person has arrived! Greetings! Salutations!
Oh, hey, dude!
Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust.
Hello.
Welcome to today's stream, the Thursday stream.
We're the Stramtam!
Yeah.
I saw your stream pop up and I clicked it and I was like, I wonder if they're in the server.
Yeah, you bet we are.
Oh wait, so there's an actual stream?
Yeah, I told you we're streaming right now.
I was not aware that people could... Can they hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
Are you okay? Do you not want them to hear you?
Oh no, it's fine. Fucking about to realize I was fucking around with real people in it, shop.
I mean, it's only like...
You there! There's a coin! You're a rich man! Every penny counts! Go get it! Sorry, I'm talking. Throwing coins to distract him. I'm like, this is the rich man. He's a penny pincher. Anyone see me over here? Yes, you have my permission to put my voice in your stream. And you have my axe too.
Should I need your axe? I will definitely use it.
And my bow.
Heck yeah.
Should I just walk in with a shotgun on my back?
Go on with the bat.
First of all, I don't disguise myself as Terry Norfolk. Fun fact, Norfolk is where I went for my university the first time.
Oh, really?
Ah, yes, that's where I failed for the first time. They call me two-time dropout Steve.
Yes, I know wings don't actually work like that.
Ner.
Wings, wings aren't meant to work that way.
Oh.
My leg.
Actually, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the lazy route. Let it be known here, folks, that Lightning is a lazy bitch.
Woof.
Copy, and then we're going to flip horizontally because cheats.
I reminded myself of Simpsons Hit and Run, and now I'm sad.
Because two?
Yeah. And you bet I'm gonna cheat. Eraser.
Let me follow you, goddammit. Yeah, it's just Hit and Run. Sometimes if you run over a guy while they're flying over, because they basically, if you hit someone with a car, they just bounce like a bloody bouncy ball. You'd hear the guy shouting, "Legs that way!"
Oh yeah.
Along with Bart, sometimes when he crashes, he goes, "Ow, my ovaries!"
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
then sometimes when Homer blows up a car, cause I like maybe it's whenever he crashes, I'm not sure, but sometimes he goes, "That was so painful."
I'm flying! I'm temporarily flying!
No wait, okay, okay, so I was at work and I work at a gas station, so there's this lady buying energy drinks at night, and it was just a little bit after the sun went down and all that. So I didn't mean to be rude. I swear I didn't mean to be rude. It was supposed to be a skit,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how she took it. But I go, these are for in the like because a lot of people buy energy drinks for in the morning for work. So I tell her, let me guess, these are for in the morning for work. And she goes, yes. And I say, boring.
Oh wow, that was yeah, that's if you don't get that, that's a risky maneuver, making
Yeah.
jokes like that.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, I felt bad about it after.
Oh, that's all.
Oh man, when you're running around as as Homer because you've lost your car, you're trying to get to the next phone booth. He's like, "Oh, I wish I had a dog with a saddle." And if you smash into cars with Marge Simpson, she goes, "Canyonero."
And then she says, "Oh, I'll clean that up later."
I've never played the game.
What's worse is that the 5th mission you play is Apu, and it's the original voice actor for Apu, and like, oh my god, I feel bad about enjoying the jokes he made.
I don't even remember the jokes he made. I didn't really get that far.
It was
hard.
It was hard, yeah. I 100%ed it on my GameCube because
I'm stuck on Lisa.
You're stuck on Lisa. Oh my goodness. There were some missions that were a menace. There's a couple of missions I got stuck on in the last one with Homer. When the 7th mission, you go back to being Homer again.
Yeah, that's hard as too.
It's just get that last mission, literally trying to crash the last car into the spaceship. But it's all worth it when Grandpa Simpson's up in the car during the final cutscene, saying something funny. I can't remember what it was. And it's just like, and then the spaceship blows up. So technically, you've just blown up your own dad. You get all those collector's cards to watch the Itchy Scratchy movie.
was hanging out with my friend in VR chat, and we were in a hit and run level, you know, the Simpsons hit and run. And I just started making jokes. I started doing Homer voices. I forgot what was the other thing.
Man, the guy who does Homer's voice looks so much like my English teacher from Gloucestershire.
That is such a British thing to say, Gloucestershire. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, if you were to read it, it would say Gloucester Shire, but we pronounce it Gloucestershire, just like Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
I had an animation teacher in high school, and his name was Mr. Paschal, right?
Mhm.
And he told everyone that's how to pronounce it, not in a mean way, just, you know, my name is Mr. Paschal. And then there's this one girl, I guess she forgot, and she goes, Mr. Pascal, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what I hate though is that you've got a state called Arkansas. I hate that word because
Oh,
you also
yeah.
have a state called Kansas.
It's like,
So I read it, and every time I have to consciously, I read it as Arkansas and go like, what? And then I spend like half a minute in my brain saying Arkansas, what? How am I supposed to pronounce this again? Arkansas. You guys take
Yeah.
the piss out of us.
Well, welcome to America. Nothing makes sense. And we do it entirely just to piss off England.
Have some coins. Yep. Hey, you're guarding the gate. You're clearly on a minimum wage job. Bet you want this money. Go fetch.
Yeah.
I love the idea of throwing coins at people, not going because they're investigating the sounds, but because they know it was money and they want that money.
It's the ultimate millennial experience.
You know, like my friend's character was supposed to they were making a joke, and I never understood the joke exactly until like years later of the D&D. But well, it was kind of like a role play, but with D&D elements. But so he's like, "Oh yep, I'd do anything for my shekels," and I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
I never understood what was going on about the Shuckles thing. I just know that Shuckles gets mentioned a lot in college humor
just-
videos.
That's just money. Somewhere. Don't exactly know what area.
Can't
Wait.
remember those are the opportunities. Do I want to get poisoned? Oh no, I've definitely got to send the guy in the ejector seat. That's fucking hilarious. There's during the final test of being a joining the assassin group, whatever it's called, in the ICA. You can dress up as a mechanic, sabotage the jet plane that's meant to be how the guy pretending to be the traitor that's already dead, like 'cause it's based on a mission that's already happened. So you go up to the target as a mechanic saying, we're ready to do a quick test to explain the safety features on the jet. So he goes up, and you tell him to pull the ejector seat because he's under the impression that it won't go off properly, and it does go off and sends him flying, and that counts as killing him somehow. So how many people you got watching the stream?
So far just 2.
One of them
One
is
of them
me.
is talking to you. There's one person that's listening to me and judging my every syllable.
Well, that person, the one person listening to you is probably like just us.
What?
I mean, I don't judge, but like, I mean, I think the only person like in stream is currently in the voice channel, so
You said there was 2 people.
yeah, I think it's counting me.
Oh, what? I wanted to jokingly say, I was leading up to basically saying, like, yes, this one person is judging. But you know what? I did your mum.
Oh my god. but she's like 9, like, no! And he turns it off and everything and runs away.
How could you?
And just to be clear,
And then,
I mean I did your mum, not your mom. American filth.
I don't. A mom? You
And
mean,
then-
like, you mean like the flower?
You say, Americans say mom,
Yeah.
M-O-M. British people say mum, M-U-M.
I never understood that.
well, no, there's something. Some people use that as a joke. Like, I remember there's one in Phineas and Ferb. It's hilarious.
Wait, isn't Ferb originally British, right?
Ferb is British,
no,
yeah,
like
he's from a British family.
Yeah.
That's the joke because Phineas is looking for his mummy, like the creature, and he goes, "Mummy, mummy," and then his father's like, "Oh, your mummy's waiting for us in the car," and he's like,
Yeah, I remember that actually, yeah. I watched a lot of Phineas and Ferb once.
Dude, that stuff was good.
A friend of mine got me into it, and that's now why on Lightning's Disney Plus I am Agent P. Hey buddy, you gonna check that shelf over there? Oh yeah, ooh, that's that porno mag. Ooh, you shouldn't be watching that. You know what?
the?
For your sins, thwack.
What the?
So I was luring a mechanic away. I need to beat him.
But anyways, okay, so good. You're not the only person that does that. I don't know how to stream, but whenever I stream on anything, it shows me watching it, I think. And I was trying to figure out if that was just me or someone else, so now I know.
Yeah, I think it does show that you are watching the stream.
Because one time I did it, and I guess it was delay, it showed 0, but then like 5 minutes later it showed 1. So I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, so when you do stream, it is delayed.
Don't mind me, just to fix this jet. I'm a mechanic. I'm literally just replaying Hitman 1, like doing it one story
I was
each because I've done
wondering.
all of the.
My
I think I
tower
100% did nearly everything in each level on Hitman
Okay.
1. But I need to replay 2 properly.
I was wondering what game you were playing.
I'm allowed up here. Yes. Also, for the motherland, I say to the Russian soldier. Oh, smoke is bad for you, buddy. It won't kill you nearly as fast as I want to kill you. Come on.
Well, no! Well,
Boj moi.
No. Look, at work, it's hilarious. I just make jokes all the time when I'm in a really good mood, and someone will buy lottery tickets, and I'll be like, "There you go, have a good day." And then they look at me after they pay for it, and they're about to scratch, and I go, "Good luck." And then
Mission starts.
And then if they're overly vocal about not winning, then I'll be like, "Oh, remember, one shot of vodka increases luck."
Oh my god.
Have you ever had
I
anyone
have one.
have you ever had anyone come in for lottery tickets carrying their pet rabbit? Yeah, for good
No,
luck.
but I've had someone carrying animals just to buy stuff once. Like they had their dog, but
Whoa.
they were just buying groceries, and I'm like wondering what the. And then one time they said he got too big, so they had him on a leash coming in the store, and I'm like, I won't say anything. I won't say anything because you're not supposed to. But I don't even know if you're supposed to have them in your hand. So you know, people break the rules all the time. There's tons of loopholes. You know, and one time this homeless lady had a dog in the store, and it was actually scaring a customer or two, and it was pissing me off. But I just played. I was like, okay, if push comes to shove, and if anyone says anything to me, I'm gonna play dumb. She told me it's a service dog. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know. She
Yeah.
said her things. She said her documents are in her bag that she has to go get from her old motel she was staying at before she got kicked out. There's no way that I can, you know, unless, because it was overnight. It was only like one or two customers that kind of the dog started howling at or whatever. But then after that, like almost no customers came in. That was really weird though. That whole thing.
I remember once when I came into a shift and I was like, and I saw a dog under a table and I was like, I work at like a dessert restaurant. They were just, I was like, oh, is that a service dog? It's like, oh no, but they said that the dog would be well behaved, and I'm like, no. Most reasons that restaurants don't have dogs indoors is because it's like really unsanitary. You can't just like welcome in dogs that aren't service dogs.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, because I actually have a prescription for an emotional support animal, right? So one of the things I'm hoping that is I'm going to be able to train the dog to be a service dog, so that way I can have it in public, so that way, you know, when I have my anxiety attack, and if no one is around to calm me down, my dog can help me out.
Or you can get fake it.
What?
Just buy a vest online, slap it on there.
Oh, hey, Ninja!
Most stores or restaurants won't even second guess it.
Yeah, we can't. We really can't. But if your dog doesn't behave properly, then we kind of call it out as being fake. You know.
Oh yeah. No. It's some dog that pees on everything and then takes like off the shelf and crap. Then yeah, you can call it on that.
Yeah.
But if it's a well trained, you don't have to go through the proper procedures as long as the dog's not dumb enough to pee on everything.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, I don't want to like do a fake service dog or anything. I want to get my dog like actually certified.
I'm scared of having a dog ever.
You scared of dogs?
No.
How you been, Ninja?
That eat your peanut butter jelly sandwich without when you're not looking.
Huh?
It's pure evil. Yeah, dogs will steal from you.
Ninja, I
Like
could
a
not hear a word
PB&J.
you said. What?
I said dogs can steal from you. Steal your food.
Oh, yeah.
Evil.
I had a dog named Coco when I was like a little kid, right? And dude, one time I was just sitting and eating a candy bar, and my dog Coco just walks right up to me. I give her a little head pat, and then she just snatches an entire Hershey bar out of my hands. I'm just staring at her. She just like inhales it, and I'm like, what the hell? It wasn't enough to like actually hurt her though.
Oh. That's good.
Yeah, because like dogs aren't supposed to have chocolate, but like there's a certain amount of chocolate they have to have for it to be harmful for them.
It's like a freaking
Yeah,
whole,
it's like
a
we
whole
drink
bag.
alcohol, which
Yeah.
is a poison.
Yeah.
Alcohol isn't a poison. Alcohol is life.
For dogs, it is.
Well, life is just in the end a slow crawl to death. So
Exactly. You know, every time we
Well,
breathe, it's slowly making us alive.
I've been told that alcohol's like a medicine, so like, you know, that's why there's an overdose and everything.
Well, that's the thing. Pure alcohol kills bacteria,
Yeah.
but it also poisons us.
Yeah.
So alcohol's not meant. Alcohol is, when it comes to medical use, is more better considered as a cleaning agent rather than a consumable.
True. Ever clear.
Dude,
Oh no.
I have a story real quick.
Oh, I got a story too. I can say.
Hold on, Ninja.
What's the story,
you hold that story. I think I know what story you're gonna say. I'm on stream right now,
Hold.
and I'm telling you, don't do it.
Oh, you're lucky you told me that. I was about to say it.
Yeah, I know you were. Please don't.
Just a reminder to the new person, please don't.
So basically, one of the people that I work with was telling me that there was one time they ran out of this dog had like sepsis or something, like dirty blood, and
Yep.
they had run out of the thing that they inject into the IV bag to clean it. So straight up, they just injected the IV bag with vodka because it's what they had on hand. This dog got drunk as hell, but it did the fucking job.
Cool.
Don't actually do that, like, ever. These guys are medical professionals.
Don't try it at home, kids.
Yeah, don't give your dog vodka. Don't do it.
What it tells you is I just need to start drinking my alcohol with an IV.
Yeah.
What you're saying is I need to put it directly into my bloodstream.
Yes.
Don't let it touch my liver. Gotcha.
Oh, man.
Be like true Russian comrade.
Russians don't do that. They take it up the other way.
Oh yeah.
My brother puts on a Russian voice whenever we go into the cold parts of Red Dead Online because his outfit is like big fluffy white outfit, like
Red
stuff we've seen in
wine.
the media that represents a Russian, and so he goes, "Duh, I am now a Russian."
I do a bit of a Slavic voice too sometimes. It's not very good, but like I'll do it like whenever someone says that I'm weak or something, I'll be like, I am strong Russian woman. How dare you say I am not? Or something like that. It's not very good, but like, you know.
So you want to hear something that's absolutely awesome?
Hmm.
Talking about consumables, awesome consumable news. I don't know about in your country, but in England there seems to be a sudden rise of chocolate companies making orange flavoured chocolate.
I've literally only ever seen that type of thing in a fancy shop like once here in the US.
Well, it's so there's the thing that started it all off for me at least. There's two of them, in fact.
Oh my god,
Jaffa
see?
Cakes.
Guys, he just raided my stream.
Who just read your stream?
I see.
Hi, hello.
What are you streaming?
So
I'm streaming art.
Oh, okay, it's not dirty art.
So yeah, there's Jaffa Cakes and Terry's Chocolate Orange, and those are the most classic chocolate orange sweets that we have in this country. Jaffa Cakes are amazing, although main brand can go suck a dick. And then Terry's Chocolate Orange is the main thing. Now, since then, in the last couple of months, I don't know what companies run what chocolate bar, but there's a chocolate bar called a twirl, which is basically a flake, but with a chocolate coating around the outside so it doesn't make as much crumbage. Which is great, because the amount of flake crumbs that land on the ground, and that's like 25% of your flake is what's going to land on the fucking on the floor. You know, I calculate this stuff because I love my chocolate.
I love when you say flake. I don't know what that means.
It's literally the name. Like, have you never had a basic vanilla whippy ice cream with a chocolate flake in it?
Like just like a thin slice of chocolate.
Just Google Cadbury's flake. You know what Cadbury's the chocolate company, right?
Yeah, they're the egg people.
Well, Cadbury's are the people behind Dairy Milk.
Oh.
Wait,
So
they're
Cadbury's flake, and there's also, I don't know if it's Cadbury's, but there's a twirl bar that they've made, which is, but you can now get a chocolate orange twirl, and that was just before Christmas. I found some in a co-op store before work finished again for furlough. But then also the McVitie's Jaffa Cakes, while the actual Jaffa Cakes suck, they've made nibbles, which are like balls, Jaffa Cake, but in like little nibbly ball form. It's amazing. A little Jaffa orange jelly cores. And now Cadbury's chocolate buttons can come in chocolate orange, as well as Galaxy Bar also has a smooth orange flavour. So I have my rucksack right now, which has 2 packs of Galaxy orange chocolate, 2 packs of chocolate orange buttons, 2 packs of Jaffa cakes, and 2 packs of twirl orange.
We went through that phase already.
Sorry?
I said, yeah, the United States went through that phase already.
Chocolate orange is my life. My brother loves mini eggs. I love Jaffa cakes.
Like orange flavor.
Okay, so I found out what a flake is, and I've never seen anything like it ever before.
It's like ribbons of chocolate shoved into it, like,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, stuck together. But
Yeah,
yeah, you
it's
take
pretty
one
cool.
bite out of it, and half of it goes on the floor.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
It falls to pieces under the slightest bit of pressure.
This is the
Wait,
old
what if it was frozen?
I mean, if it was frozen, you'd hurt your teeth. It's already brittle. It's brittle already as it is. And normally, what you do is you get used to what we call the 99er ice cream, but most people I think refer to them as Mr. Whippy ice creams these days because they're no long. It's long gone are the days this ice cream was 99p. And it would be the crappy cone with the whipped ice cream and a flake in it. And if you're lucky, if you're really lucky and you have really amazing parents, they'll pay for the second flake.
I think I know what you're talking about, but over here, the only thing I've seen to that is like a tiny little ribbon of chocolate and like a little chip of chocolate or something in like ice cream. But over where I live, there's nothing like that. That's way too fancy, apparently. That's only for like if you go to big events or something. I think they have that. But over here where I live, no one really celebrates events with ice cream. I've noticed, or I'm not looking in the right place. No.
The only thing I found that seems to be celebrated with sweets is people's birthdays, and that's
And
really
Halloween.
Yeah, and Halloween. I mean,
anniversary.
It's Halloween!
I only like Halloween though
This
because
is Halloween.
it's literally just the day where I get to cosplay without being called a weirdo.
You want to hear something
It's time to get spooky.
really, really sad?
What?
And with that opening statement on what you've talked about, you'll probably guess what I'm about to say, which is I have never gone trick-or-treating.
What?
Bro.
Steven, my buddy.
So it started off because I was an easily scared child. I was deathly afraid of the dark. And
Oh,
all
I
these
got a
people
story.
dressed in... And as a child, costumes looked far more realistic than they would to an adult.
Oh no.
So that already terrified me.
That's
and
totally
then-
funny.
I got to the age where you normally do it with your friends, at which point I just wasn't popular. And then when it came to Halloween parties, once I was old enough, I just didn't know anyone that threw Halloween parties.
Like if I ever meet someone who does Halloween parties, I'm bound to be dressing up because cause I've wanted to dress up as like the My Little Pony characters, but I've not been able to go out trick or treating once I learned about them. Cause the first year too cold, second year it was COVID year, and then this year hasn't had Halloween yet. I just want to get like the stuff to dress up as one of the ponies and just do that.
Well, what you do is, you join a furry group, and simply base your persona on a pony, and there you go. You've got an
I've already
exclusive dress
done
up as a pony outside of an MLP social group.
Oh yeah, I've already done that. Like my persona is the exact same character as my MLP OC.
Yeah. Do you live in DC? Just join the DC Bronies.
Yeah, dude, DC Bronies was good times.
The adult daycare.
Honestly, okay, so for me, Halloween has always been like one of those holidays where I love it, but I never have a good time on it.
Oh yeah, that's like my birthday.
Yeah.
That's like, you know people, that's all.
It's sad.
You go to parties.
Yeah, no, alright, so like, I just had like the best Halloween ever last Halloween because I got to spend it with my boyfriend and we went trick-or-treating.
Well,
and I was
Slate
happy.
does take a child, so, and you do too.
Huh?
So technically, you guys can get away with it.
Wait, sorry, Ninja, say that again?
I said you and Slate look like kids, so it kind of works.
Oh, true.
And Dark is so old and like broken and sad, he can be an adult.
Actually, Dark
Perfectly.
Pony went in his Phoenix, and I put on his old blackjack suit.
Okay, so that will work too because people have no clue there's a man paladin there.
Exact. Wait, what?
I'm just scared for them. I'm just kind of gonna be sad once it's like that whole stupid. Aren't you too old to trick or treat? No.
You are never too old to trick or treat. You take that back.
Let me.
Oh,
I am
over-
going to dress up as a horse if I want to. Now,
Over where
now
I live?
can
Well, you aren't the one. Unfortunately, we aren't the ones who get to decide whether we're old enough to trick or treat. It's the people who are giving out the chocolate.
I don't
Well,
even
over
have
where
to
I
care about it. It just allows me to walk around the neighborhood in my whatever cosplay I worked on and just be like, yeah, what of it, buddy? It's Halloween.
Well, what you do is
all-
when they don't give you candy, you just say, well, I have my own trick or treating with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the trick or treating.
Yeah, don't worry. I've seen Futurama already.
Spooky,
I see the funny.
spooky vampire girls.
all shots.
The thing is, I'm too young to do the Futurama, to do the
What the-
haha Bender funny. Because
Bender
I'm
funny.
16.
Yeah, you'll
I,
just pretend you're drinking booze, but it's root beer.
I don't do that because family.
Because of what?
Yeah,
My
the
family's
first-
a bit my family's history with
Conservative.
alcohol is a bit against a bit against terms of service. So that's all I'm
the
gonna
first
say.
time.
I can't quite tell if you're saying that your family has a history of addiction or a history of just abstinence, not abstinence,
Former.
teetotal.
Abstinence.
Oh no!
Alcohol.
Wait, then how did?
Yeah, my family has a bunch of addiction problems.
Yep,
hooray.
and it is genetic after all, I believe.
Yeah.
Can be genetics, though.
Yeah, it also chalks up to
Yeah,
personality.
I mean, I've quit alcohol anyway, mostly, so,
Which is why I'm just gonna
Power
stick to
to
my
you.
rhythm games.
you don't need alcohol to enjoy yourself, no matter how much British and possibly American culture makes it seem like you do.
Well,
And I'm
finding
just
your
gonna
way.
stick to playing my rhythm games as I talk to people. Like I am doing
there
right
was a-
now.
Okay,
I'm-
so wait, you're playing. What are you playing right now?
Some rhythm game some stupid multiplayer versus rhythm game on the stupid Roblox platform. It's interesting. That it's a decent rhythm game. I just have nothing better to do than talk to people and play it. As I just
Yeah,
absolutely destroy this guy. Full combo. What is up?
I don't know if you've heard of this, but I tried to record for my YouTube last night, and I tried to record Vinyl,
Duh.
the song, the game Vinyl. So
Never heard of it.
I looked on YouTube, and I was like, let me get a feel of what this game's about. Before I don't want to go completely into it blind because this is free and it looks kind of bad, and I don't want to spend time and effort setting up for nothing. So then I look at it and I'm like, this game is so bad. I played it for
It's
about
so bad.
I played it for about 20 minutes and I had fun, and then I decided never to play it again.
The game called Enlisted. That's a pretty good free game. The World War II game.
Never again.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure at least two other, I don't know how many people, but at least two other people know why I was interested in it called Vinyl. I was like, oh, cool, this rhythm game. Hell
Man,
yeah.
it's old school.
No, that wasn't what I thought.
Horse.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like dubstep, dubby, and everything, and then
Nope.
I was blinded. I walked into it and I'm like, oh, wait, there's other
So-
words, there's other meanings to vinyl. Oops, I forgot.
So it didn't Sorry, let me just scratch that itch.
Don't die.
No, that was me making a big emphasis on preparing my pun.
Ah.
If you're gonna die, gotta just send me your stuff.
I mean, I don't think I have as much money in my bank account to send it anywhere.
Ah, very true. It's like when Dark had COVID. No, I told him just to send me his stuff.
Money in bank account equals 0.
Currently, I don't even have a bank account. I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Yeah,
Though it does put a damper on all those
totally
things I've been wanting to kickstart.
I mean, yeah, dude. Cash money. Cash money is where it's at.
I don't know how banking differs in the US, but in the UK, most parents set up a bank account for their kid at like 5 years old.
I can't
let's make that
you
money.
can't actually have one as a child until 16 here.
Yep.
Oh. Wait, no,
Well, you can't have a debit card or anything. You just have an account, which then people.
No, you can't even have the account.
Wow.
Who
Your
needs
banking
that?
must work very differently then if they're limiting your age.
Mhm.
I think it depends on the
I
bank.
don't even know how banking works because my parents won't make me one.
You could
I
just
keep
put,
saying like, yo, get me this stuff, please. It's gonna be useful. Nope. Bruh.
What?
I just want a bank account, just a savings account, so that because currently all my money is in this is in my wallet and always on me because I need my ID.
Sorry,
That
Ninja.
seems
What
like
were
the
you
worst
gonna
way
say?
of carrying. Sorry.
Poopa, what bank do you have?
Oh,
Or what do your parents use?
I don't know, like Chase, I think.
It's probably the bank then, because I had one when I was like 7.
Ah,
Yeah,
Well-
it depends on the bank. And
sorry for
my
the
family.
rant.
Well, no, I understand because it's families as well. Because I remember I was younger, and my teachers were like, "Yeah, start a savings account. There's information you can find, and your parents can help you with it." And I was like, "Okay." And I brought it up to my family, and they were like, no, we have to make the account, and we have to manage it." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm just not gonna. That's too much trouble. I'm not gonna do that. It can't be mine, and save it for later." Okay, but I realize now. I'm like, now that I've gotten older, I realize it depends on the bank because my aunt will say, "Oh yeah, every time your card's declined because it doesn't go through, that charges you." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't." look at my bank
certain
account.
banks it does.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
know,
stupid.
so
In this
realize
modern
that.
technological age, to charge you for a declined card, it costs nothing for
Welcome-
them. So
welcome
why
to-
should they charge you?
Welcome to America.
No, it was a thing in England as well. Some of our banks in England still charge you if you decline.
It
And
makes sense if it's like
it's-
costs them money, but it doesn't anymore, dude.
In this in this day and age, it does nothing.
I mean, again, it's up to the person to decide to sign that contract or not.
Mhm.
Because it does say it on
It
the paperwork.
costs. It probably most definitely it costs you more time and effort, labor of going and grabbing the item to bring it up to the counter.
Than it does for them to say,
Yeah.
for the automated machine to say you don't have this money.
I mean, you agree?
And then you have to
do.
pay the money
That's the
anyway.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's
but you
it's a
do.
small print thing that nowadays that's simply used to keep poor people poor. It's the
Mhm.
only reason it
I
exists to
mean,
this day.
wouldn't most people just check their account before buying something
Oh
anyway?
wow, someone's watching.
Not
me
most
do
people.
this.
That is not. No, there's a large majority of people who just that like used to be when I used to live a bit more day to day. I would literally find out I didn't have money because my card would get declined.
I think then I have a poor person bank because I'm allowed to check my account on the app 24/7, and I'm allowed to switch over money as long as it's not after a certain time and before a certain time, and I can it doesn't charge me at all if it gets declined. I think I have a poor person's bank then. It's a good bank though.
That's most banks do that.
Oh hey, wow!
Yeah.
I've got people watching me on literally every platform right now. That's Cool.
I mean, the banking standards in the UK mean that it's very difficult now. Like a lot of the banks don't do a lot of the things that still happen in America these days. That I remember they used to do in this country when I was
mean,
younger.
Like I have Navy Federal, which is a branch off the military. Like one of the military banks. Because my grandfather was in it, and then my mother used it, and then so do I. And so, like, I have banks all across the world that I can go to if I need it.
One of my dreams is to start up the equivalent of a bank that's literally not a business. Because the issue that I have with banks is that they're all businesses. You know, the whole like. I want to sort of start up what is literally a place where you say, right, this is where my money is. I need a place to digitally store my money because I can't physically have all this money on me. Because if you have over a certain amount, you get, and then if something happens to the bank, you don't get all of your money back after a certain amount.
No. Look, check this out though. If it's gonna be a private, so it'll be like this. Okay, guys, like 40 years from now. Okay, guys, we're gonna hit the private bank. Yeah, let's get that money, fellas. They go in there, they grab you, they make you transfer all the money, and they're like, yeah, we did it. And then you call the cops, and they're like, don't know anything about this. When this bank up here, uh-oh.
No, the idea is, it's basically like, because the reason you get interest in your bank accounts is because they're obviously investing such as a business, and the government in this country covers you up to so many £1,000. If a bank goes bump without warning, the government, like, over a certain amount, the money some of the money that's lost with the bank, it's still yours. You can claim it back and just put it into your new account when the bank goes bump. But after a certain point, it's not safe, and the issue is that it's not a very high amount in this current state of inflation and value of the money. So people then have to have multiple accounts to store all their money. And the only reason a bank would go bump is because banks are businesses. And so the idea is that there's literally just a place to store your money. Yes, it means you don't get any interest, but honestly, the interest is so negligible on your current accounts, there's no need to worry about the fact you will not get interest on this new storage system.
However, I'm not sure if this is how it works, but let's take a minute and imagine the Payday Gang would hack into that and steal it.
That's not the same as going bump though, because the reason why the government, like, that's covered by something else, like theft. You should be covered for everything that exists, but the coverage that I'm thinking about that you don't get all your money back from is when a bank just goes bump because it's full of idiots.
Well, what I'm saying is, whoever is managing the account, you'd have to have some good security so that they know that it wasn't you. Because they could easily be like, VPN this, that, I'm taking this money out.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an idea that requires someone to have expendable income. So like, the idea was that I would spend my life becoming someone who had money in this really messed up world right now, somehow, and then using that money out of pocket to pay people to look after the servers required to manage the digital bank.
And now I'm just...
There's the places, you have to pay off places to even take your card.
That's even, it's just, there's a lot of things which is like, the idea that, it just stems from the fact that I hate there's a lot of things like banks which is like, it's treated as a business, when it's like, no, this is an essential requirement to life. Why is this the way it is? And it just, yeah, I think when I came up with the idea, I was talking to Dad about, like, things like housing is an essential commodity, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
making my dad incredibly uncomfortable.
The only thing that's making a red flag though is if you have all that private security and everything, that's a big target.
Well, yeah, that's just an idea for based on the fact that this world will unfortunately never have.
Yeah,
In
but
my lifetime,
it's,
probably won't have the ideal socialist money storage.
hmm.
Uh,
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about now. I thought you meant just for you.
no. Literally just the equivalent of a bank for everyone, but it's not a
Oh,
business. It is literally like everyone in this world needs a place to put their money because carrying physical money around with you becomes a bit of a chore when you're earning 30 grand a year.
and everyone needs a payday. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah.
It's just one of those things which honestly should obviously be provided by the government, but is not.
Hmm.
I don't think you want the government to
That
have
would be
control
so
of money.
expensive though.
No. Again, this is the ideal world where the government actually cares about its people.
That that
I mean,
that that goes into the idea that I'm thinking like why doesn't the government pay for certain things? Because if they're the government, they could just say like I don't understand all of it, but they could just like waive the charge if it's not too much because they are the rulers.
oh, you have to look.
It's
No, it's
just
because
Hold on, guys,
everything's
let
rooted
Ninja
in money.
let Ninja speak real quick because I think
Sorry.
like Ninja has like some pretty good insight on the topic.
The problem is money. Where they're gonna get that money at? It's kind of like how the United States is right now with all this COVID relief. We don't have the money. All they're doing is printing money without actually having it. Like like people think that we have like Fort Knox is like full of gold bars, but technically they would never touch it. They're allowed to go farther in debt, and then like what Biden's doing is going to charge us more taxes on stuff to pay for it. Now, it's not going to hurt our generation too much, but the generation above us, like if you have kids in time, those your kids are going to suffer a lot worse than we are now. It's almost like a free college thing. Everyone wants to have their college paid for. Where are you going to get the money at?
Plus, your taxes. I've looked at the comparison between taxes between the US and the UK, and your taxes do not go nearly as far as our taxes do. Like you spend more on taxes and do have less done with it than we do.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
yeah,
insane.
that's one thing I'm trying to get my head around. Like I'm still trying to figure out that if it's like the government, I'm talking like all America. Like we are in debt, but let's uh like it's like taxes, kind of like people pay tax and there's tax increased in your area if there's new roads that need to be fixed or something, or I mean old roads. You know, I've seen that done, and taxes will increase for a few years and then it'll go back to normal, or something like that. You know, that's cool and all and everything, but how's it cost that much to fix? And also, I remember they were fixing a road. It took them more than a few weeks, like it took about 2 weeks.
It's
And
because they have
most
to
of the
pay
days,
the people who are doing it. The people who are doing it need like they could like I understand that the idea that the government would just be like, well, do this. We need this done. Do it. We're the government. Just do it. But the people who if they don't pay people to do it,
well,
then
no,
it won't
my,
get done.
my thing is, what's their paycheck? I want to work that.
see what they do is like let's say the government says or the county, we'll go with the county, says, no, we got the stretch of road in this neighborhood. What they're going to go out to like 10 companies and say who's going to do the work for the less amount, and then it's up to the companies to try to outbid the other companies. So some companies may not even make money off of it, but they still want the county contracts.
It's all
And
kinds of messed up.
Yeah.
it feels like
really is.
that. It feels like that combined with because of COVID, they can't give enough hours. Like at my job, I'm only getting 30 to 32 hours where I used to get close to 50 overtime. Like I used to get some overtime a lot. So my paycheck's been cut in half. I feel like the people working, because we don't really see them working, I feel like they're just having so many days off. It's getting annoying. Like, why does COVID? What impact on money, like in our area? I don't know.
I mean, then you look at the UK, who literally said, right, we need to close everything down, and everyone's like, well, we need money to live, and they're like, okay, here you go, here's, I think the original thing was 80% of your usual pay based on previous years at that job.
Yeah.
So, like, everyone got paid to not go outside and work.
I I don't know anything about that. But then there's this thing I saw on YouTube which I feel like I feel like it really happened, but I don't know the backstories and everything. But the general argument of the video was like it was it was if you make just over the amount where you can't afford free lunches at school, then you have to pay for it. But then if you have to pay for it and everything. But then ever since COVID hit, they're giving out free food all the time. Like what?
Yeah, it's like, well, why couldn't you do that in the first place?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that COVID's proven. Like my dad's workplace, he's a programmer, and his workplace was very adamant against the idea of people working from home, even in the initial beginnings of COVID. And obviously they say, well, you've got no choice. We can't come into work legally. We're not allowed to gather in the building, and so they've they've put the system in place, and all of a sudden they're perfectly fine with people working from home. And it's the argument about accessibility for jobs and everything as well. There's a lot of stuff that COVID's proven was always doable, but the people in charge
Just
didn't
didn't
want
want
to do it. They just couldn't. They had no reason. They had no reason to take that risk in the first place to prove whether or not it would work.
Yeah. Honestly, I hope that it brings a lot more jobs for people to work from home. Because I think that, like, especially for someone who's, like, maybe disabled, I think that'd be perfect for them, you know? But, you know, it
I mean,
really also
I'm looking
depends
forward
on
to
the
next year's hay
disability.
fever season and wearing a mask and
Huh?
no one looking at me funny.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I work with food and I have hay fever, but I can't skip work because of hay fever.
Mhm.
Everyone's got hay fever, basically, to some extent.
Yeah,
So I'm looking forward to masks being normal enough next year that I can still wear a mask.
true.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be disabled, but there's a ton of webs of that made me mad, so I declined, and I'm trying to work, and at work I'm seeing that at least at my job I don't really fit the status quo, so I don't know if they're just being mean or if it's me. I'm pretty sure it's me though. Like I don't know. I just always get depressed about it all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it does suck big
Yeah.
time.
I don't have, like, a physical disability, but I do have an intellectual disability. I'm
Yeah.
autism spectrum.
Yeah, same here.
I don't even need to be diagnosed. I know I have major work anxieties now, and my colleagues just work around it.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a
Yeah,
really,
well-
really quick break. Because I'm gonna go get some dinner. But I will be
Dinner.
back in a
Yes.
few minutes, so I'm gonna pause the stream.
Okay.
Let's see how do I do that?
How do you go?
I guess I'll just hit the end stream button and then we'll, like,